I told you, right? A lot of people were jumping breaches. I told you. It was a fake out. It was a trap. I tried to warn you, right? But anyways, hey, it is what it is, right? If you made money, which I know is not true, but well, if you lost your money, hey, don't blame nobody. Blame nobody but yourself, okay? Anyways, guys, what's up, guys? What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. And yes, I'm drinking coffee. Let me try to add some more. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, we will look at market performance for the past 24 hours. After that, we will check at prices in details. And right after that, we will look at our positions. Are we in Rec City yet? Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I know. Like every time you tell people to be cautious, people say, hey, he's saying we got to close shop. No, man. No, guys. I'm telling you, be cautious. Be cautious. That's why, I don't know. When I started making these videos, people were saying like, I am not helping out. I am not doing this. And I told you guys, I have my way of trading. Okay, I have my way of looking at charts. I know when my take profit time comes, or and things like that. And then again, somebody else told me, oh, you're not doing it right. You need to DCA in, DCA out. Which again, guys, I don't do that. I've learned my lesson with DCA out and DCA in. I've learned my lesson with that. Therefore, when it's time to close shop, I close shop right away. I don't DCA. When it's time to open shop, I open 100%. I don't have time to DCA in or DCA out. That is when you start to learn how to trade, that's when you do those kind of things. But yeah, funny thing, again, everybody and their grandmama, they still doing the same thing. They're still even like with the good examples. We have examples to support our claims. You know, me, one thing about me, like I learned by watching what happened to it, something else in another situation, or maybe the same niche, but what happened. Everybody's here is trying to tell you, yeah, they're gonna cut 50 basis points, and then Bitcoin is gonna go to $300,000. And I'm sitting here telling you, guys, do not be anybody's exit liquidity. It's gonna pump, yes, because everybody at their grandmama think it's gonna happen like it happened before. They think so. That's why it's gonna pump. But they're not looking at one thing. Something that is running similarly, like eerie similar to the US economy today, is the Japanese economy. If you look at it, they are not the same, okay, but they have so many similarities that it is funny. It is scary to look at it. And look at again what happened to the Japanese economy. First, you remember a couple of I do have a video about it, like 4 to 6 months ago. I kept telling you, listen, Bitcoin is gonna crash because Japan was doing something with their central bank. I keep telling you guys because I watch those kind of stuff, and everybody called me crazy for saying it. Like, nah, it's not gonna happen. It's not going to accept. Blah blah blah. And lo and behold, what do you think happened? Because I told you, Japan was raising their interest rate. They were going from something to, I think, like 50 basis or something a little higher. And people argue with it about it with me, and I told you, Bitcoin is gonna go up, yes, but on the meantime, everybody's gonna try to make money. If I was in that situation, if I had that kind of money, yeah, I would have done the same. I would have sold my Bitcoin, that I have on leverage or whatever to go and try to catch that money from the Japanese economy, because they were increasing their interest rates so hard that it wasn't funny. And everybody else laughed about it, and and what happened? Bam, they increased their interest rate. A lot of stocks crashed, Bitcoin crashed, because people were trying to catch that, right? They were trying to invest into the Japanese economy, because guess what? While US and the entire world were busy fighting over trades, okay, Japan was paying a lot of interest. Therefore, if you put your money in the Japanese economy, you was going to get a lot of money out of it. So people were going to do it. So a couple of months passed, and I told you, look again what Japanese economy did. Their bonds, because I don't know, something was going on. That some guy, from some analyst, was saying that the US and other major economies were not happy with Japan for doing it. They were not happy with Japan, so people were selling the Japanese treasury bonds and stuff like that. So the Japanese, what they did is like, okay, we have a lot of money right now. People are investing in our economy. You sell our bonds, not a problem. They printed money. They printed money, and I told you guys, if you have your money invested in that area, in that Japan economy, it's time to take it out, because this printing that they did, they are going to use it to buy their own treasury bonds. But again, it's going to be bad for their own economy, because they are diluting their own money. A lot of people paid attention. Some of you call me crazy. Some of you say, hey, I do remember a comment that said, you are an engineer. You are not an economist, which again, he's right. The person that said that was right. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not an economist. But again, what I'm doing in this channel is point out when I see something bad coming. I try to point it out. I try to tell you guys, hey, this is what I'm looking at. It's up to you whether you want to follow it or you don't want to follow it. That's the reason, excuse me. That's the reason why I keep saying it. I'm not your financial advisor. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money, right? Excuse me. I do have something in my eye. Well, and lo and behold, what happened? They purchased their treasury bonds back to try to save their economy. And guess what? They couldn't. They couldn't do it. So they resorted in going what? Trying to lower their interest rates back to where they were. That way, maybe they were trying to make peace with the US and the other world economies. I don't know for what reason. But them doing that worsened the situation. Does it sound familiar? Does it sound familiar? US, what happened recently? Trade wars, right? Trade wars, Japan, China, all of them, they were selling US treasury bonds. And on this channel, we have talked about it time after time, right? We have actually, okay, we have said it over and over and over. So what do you think happened? US was buying their own treasury bonds. Where did you think they got the money? Where do you think they got it? See? They printed money to buy their own treasury bonds. They bought it, right? And what happened? Go look at the DXY index that was going this way. As soon as they started doing that, it went that way. Now, we are at the point in which something has to be done. Something has to be done because, one, the US, like I said so many times, we have Russia, we have China, we have a bunch of them that is trying to dethrone the US dollar, because a lot of people are saying, let's go back to the gold standard, not the US dollar standard. They want to go back to the gold standard. Hence, if you remember a couple months ago, once Trump became the president, our magician, Trumpicius Magicius, what was the first thing he did? Let's audit Fort Knox. That's what he said. A lot of you don't understand and don't know why he said we should audit Fort Knox. we should know exactly how much gold the US has. Again, we all know US is US is the leader. US has more gold than anybody in the world. All the gold that they've been confiscating from all these countries, gold from the World War II, World War whatever, all that gold is in Fort Knox. And the reason why he's saying this is because just by any case, if the world decides to go back onto the gold standard, US will still lead that game. Do you see? A lot of people are not thinking about it. People are just like, yeah, maybe you want to shame Joe Biden or shame this. That's what you're hearing. But that is not the case. The case is that US is losing the grip on the world's economy. That's what's going on. Now, if you fast forward, again, everybody and their grandmama, they were grilling our good uncle, Jeromeus Powelsius. They were grilling Jeromeus to cut interest rate. And just if you go back a few seconds ago, what I just told you about the Japanese economy, and now look at what's going on in the US economy, right? If you cut those interest rates right now without a backup plan, my friends, yeah. Yeah. So now, for me, if you ask me personally, I think our good friend, Trumpicius Magicius, he knows. Like, listen, US has more gold than anybody else. If you crash the US dollar, the US will still lead because we have more gold. So he probably don't give a crap about the US dollar crashing. Okay? But again, that goes again to the first thing, like I was telling you guys before. Everybody who thinks like, okay, we cut interest rates, US dollar crashes, then money is gonna trickle down. Money is gonna trickle down to Bitcoin. You are fucked up in the head because the examples are there. Big examples are there to what usually happens to Bitcoin when macroeconomy goes to shit. When the shit hits the fan, what usually happens to Bitcoin? A lot of you are looking at me like, hey, wait in this one they talk. You don't understand about, say, when shit happens, you understand the difference. Say, you begin to understand that kaki no be leather. Kaki is not leather. It looks alike. It looks like leather, but it's not. So everybody and their grandmama right now sitting here telling you, oh yeah, they're going to cut this and Bitcoin is going to fly to $500,000. Really? Let's just recount the most recent events. Like I've said here so many times in my channel, the most recent, COVID. When the COVID happened, stock markets, everything crashed, right? What happened to Bitcoin? Did Bitcoin run? Because the US dollar crashed. We know that. Stock market went to shit. Everything, housing, employment, everything went to shit, right? Did Bitcoin run? See? Again, most recent one, trade wars. When our good magician came out and said, you know what? I'm tired with all of you. Like a zam, bing bang, trade wars. When he did that, guess what? US dollar went down, stock market went down, a lot of things were crashing. Did Bitcoin run? Nope, it didn't, as far as I know, right? And you still see people who cannot think outside the box, who cannot think, which is, if you ask me, somehow, to some extent, you ask me, to some extent, it is good. Because once he comes out and cut interest rates, guys, a lot of exit liquidity is going to expose itself. Because everybody and their grandmama, okay, everybody, oh shit, the cut interest rates about to happen. They will start parking their money into Bitcoin, into Kaspa, into whatever they call it, anything that moves. They will put money in it. And that, my friends, for that short term, which is, I told you guys, between 4 to 6 weeks, you will see it's going to climb. You're going to see price climb. And that's why I'm telling you, I believe Bitcoin will go to 150 or 160,000. It will climb. And apart from that, okay, excuse me for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go to look at my machine for a second. But anyways, now we are getting to the point, because like again, I usually tell you guys, okay, I know it sounds repetitive. I know it sounds like never gets tired of saying it, but watch out. July, August, September. Watch out, guys. September, if we are not closing shop, we are not going to be far away from closing it. I've already marked my date at September 29. And a lot of people seems to say like, yeah, I am wrong because, hey, look at the M2. M2 is still showing signs of going up. And I'm... it's kind of funny because in 2017, M2 was still going up, but Bitcoin topped out, right? In 2021, M2 was still going up. Bitcoin topped out. Yeah, M2 is good to see the direction in which the market is going to go, but you need to combine it with other indicators that shows you what is going on in the market. Okay, that's why I'm telling you guys, I have 5 and I monitor those 5. And another thing you have to understand, when I say like, yeah, it looks like we are very close to closing shop, is when you start hearing this outrageous news start to come out, news that don't make no sense at all. I'm telling you, they are trying to trap you in. They are trying to take your attention to something else. You're going to see a lot of people who are going to round trip, and they will not they will not know what hit them. People are going to go up with a lot of money and watch it all go down again. You start to hear the news. First one, oh, Bitcoin is going to $350,000. Really? Second one, oh, there is now these countries. The latest one I heard was like Japan is now going to start a strategic reserve on Bitcoin. We already know like Japan was one of the countries was first started the crypto friendly. They were crypto friendly the first time until FTX happened. Those of you who don't know, FTX was an exchange, not an Mount Gox, I think. One of them was based in Japan. I have to check those facts. I think either FTX or Mount Gox, one of them. There was a big problem that made them shut the doors for about crypto. Now, first, the economy is crashing. Second, they don't have all that money to be lending out. Are you going to tell me that it makes sense to you that Japan starts to buy Bitcoin now at $115,000? Does that make any sense? Seriously, does it make any sense? You have to like think about it. It doesn't. Listen, I believe if countries or companies are going to buy Bitcoin, I think they're going to do it in the bear market, not in the bull run. It's going to be in the bear market. That's where they're going to buy it. Okay. Then you start to hear people saying like Tom Lee, a couple of days ago, he was saying that Ethereum is going to go between 5,500 to 8,000, which is, again, that's what I've been saying for months before. I believe, yeah, the FOMO is going to cause Ethereum to go that high, between I say $7,000. Go watch my videos, you will see it. Now you are hearing Tom Lee again talking about Ethereum is going to go to what, $60,000? Really? What is that liquidity going to come from? Or is he also thinking about money is going to trickle down? It's not just me talking. Watch, listen to himself. Listen. Where was it? I found it somewhere here, where he was saying, and it kind of made me think about it. Like, guys, we have to know exactly what we are doing, because it doesn't make any sense at all. Here.
Concept of Ethereum, and you are calling it the most important macro trade. Ethereum you have woken up the entire world and definitely Wall Street to the concept of Ethereum, and you are calling it the most important macro trade of our lifetime. I guess here's the first simple question. What sparked your interest to get bullish on Ethereum as an asset class?
Well, as you know, we're really top.
Excuse me, let me find the shortest version because this is 15 minutes long. You can go on his page and watch it completely if you want to. Excuse me, let me find the shortest version.
Yeah, I think Ethereum.
Here it is.
Price targets for end of year for Ethereum and the S&P 500, and your logic for those two.
Yeah, I think Ethereum, in the near term, 5,500 should be happening in the next couple of weeks. But by the end of the year, I think it should be closer to 10 to 12,000 for ETH. But it's because, most of the move in crypto does come in the fourth quarter. So
again, listen to it again, okay? Listen.
Next couple of weeks. But by the end of the year, I think it should be closer to 10 to 12,000 for ETH. But it's because, most of the move in crypto does come in the fourth quarter. So if you're up 35% year to date, well, if you're going to be up 200%, it's going to all happen in the next few months. And for the S&P, if the Fed follows through and begins to cut, which is our expectation, and then we get a drop in mortgage rates and the ISM turning up, and therefore financials really begin to participate, I think that's why we get to 6,800 or so on the S&P. So still a lot of upside. Of course, as you know, September is the month everyone's going to be worried about. So that's the month where you might get a pullback, but you need to be buying that tip.
So the seasonal weakness in September, you would say, would just be another opportunity.
Yes, that's right. And as you know, every pullback, everyone has been ringing the bell saying it's the top. That has always been a dip buying opportunity since 2022. So I just say keep that in mind.
So again, see, they are selling it. Not just Tom Lee. It is a lot of market analysts. They are selling it. Selling it to people to be used as exit liquidity. Trust me. Because in September, okay, a lot of people are like, you know what? Let me just try to hold on to my bag. Even though the market is pumping, let me hold on to my bag. And these guys are going to drop the mic drop on you. Look at the... Go look at the history. Look at history. Everything moved and came in earlier than it usually happen, right? We saw Bitcoin pump to $120,000 the month of August. It never happens in August. Things are moving closer and closer. That pump that people are waiting for to happen, okay, October, November, December, is going to happen way earlier. That's why I am looking at September. Okay, that's why I'm looking at September, because sometimes you really have to, zoom out. Okay, when you zoom out and then you look at how the market is doing, how the macro economy is doing, you will understand me perfectly. Again, does it make sense that S&P 500 starts to go up? Okay, when we have recession looming, employment, CPI bad, housing bad, US dollar collapsing, and S&P 500 will be going up. Does that make any sense? They are going to use you for exit liquidity. It's that simple. So yeah, when everybody's being bearish for September, I am bullish. Very bullish on September. Because again, look at the indicators. Let's just say you're only trading Bitcoin. What is happening to Bitcoin right now? Severely oversold. Right? When Bitcoin takes off from now, like you guys already seen, it's already doing it. We're about to check prices. It's already doing it. By the time it takes off, everybody and their grandmama, trust me, they are going to be waiting for November, December. And they will be left holding that hot potato. Don't say I didn't warn you, because yeah, they're bound to play that switcheroo on you. Okay? Anyways, guys, well, it's up to you. What you see or what they're telling you, They have started. It is coming out. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin 300,000. Oh, S&P 500 is going to be flying. Oh, this. But the real picture is something else. They're about to cut interest rates. It will be like it will be faster. The effects will be faster if they just go from where we are right now to 50 basis. If they do that, everybody will be so bullish. Bitcoin will hit that 150, 160,000 before you can even say hello. And when it does, and they figure out like, listen, it's not what we thought it is. Okay. Okay, then you'll figure it out. Okay, it'll be like today. We were sitting there today, and Uncle T, I tried to call Uncle T. I was like, come on, Uncle Tommy, what's the deal? This man is not picking up the phone. And he wasn't that. So finally I called Gramps. Say, yo, Grandpa, what's up? I'm like, man, I could hear somebody like slapping somebody left and right in the kitchen. I'm like, who the heck is fighting now? You know you can't be fighting now. You too old. You're like, man, that's your grandmother. I said, my grandma, what's going on? I said, she caught Uncle Tommy. I said, she caught him doing what? What is he doing this time? So Uncle Tommy, he was doing, like, first of all, I don't understand Granny, okay? You know that this man here likes to eat cheesecakes. You're trying to make him lose weight. Why are you going to tempt him by keeping cheesecakes in the refrigerator? That's what that's what I don't understand. And it was oddly very strange, okay, that Uncle T in the morning when our grandma would tell him, like, hey, you want a piece of cheesecake, just to see if he's going to react. Uncle T was like, nah, don't worry about it. I'm good. I'm going to just go I'm going to do my power walk today. And everybody like, huh, something ain't right. So what Uncle T was doing, like early in the morning, he would get up, go eat some of that cheesecake, take away the urge. I'm back about that. So what Uncle T would be like, early in the morning before Granny wakes up, he will go into the kitchen, get in the refrigerator, try to eat as much cheesecake as possible, right? And then satisfy himself when the Granny gets up, and he will act like he's not really interested in cheesecakes those days and that day, right? So today was different. Granny by 7 o'clock she'll be up, right? But today I guess there was morning prayers or whatever. So Uncle T got in there, started dealing with the cheesecake, and Granny caught him in the act. I'm like, what the hell? guy like what in the world? So she was like, they were running around the kitchen like slapping the little shit the living shit out of Uncle T. Grandpa comes out like, what's going on? And so that's when I called, and they're playing Tom and Jerry. Poor grandma trying to slap the living Jesus out of Uncle T. Uncle T could not even cry because he got his mouth stuffed up with cheesecakes. Man, the whole scene was just yeah, look at this right quick. Granny was like, Uncle T was like, oh my God, he couldn't pull it out, and he couldn't swallow, and he couldn't cry. And my grandma was so yeah, the whole thing, the whole chaos was going on in the whole house. Like Grandpa just killing himself laughing, and I forgot entirely everything I wanted to ask, because it was so funny watching them going, like, playing Tom and Jerry. I never seen Grandma run that fast before. Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market, okay? Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. I told you it was a trap, right? But anyways, let's see. Our good friend Crypto Bubbles. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. I told you guys it was a trap, but because first, everybody expecting, they keep telling you, no, buy the altcoins, because now that Bitcoin is going down, money is going to trickle down. And I keep telling you, watch the Bitcoin's price action. Every time Bitcoin drops, altcoins always drop. For the past day, okay, that's what we've been seeing, okay? And now look at it on the hourly. What do you see? On the weekly, what do you see? Okay, you've been seeing these utility coins. CRO, utility. PIF Network, utility. Solana, Crashilandia, Layer 1, utility. I've been telling you, Hype Network, utility. When your money is in utility coins, short term, because again, oh my God, again, the narrative is there. They're gonna cut interest rate. Everybody's front running the market. Once they cut the interest rate, the FOMO is gonna come in. And when they realize that it's not gonna be printing money like they think, because if you've been watching the economy, they have already printed the money. And now you have Uncle Sam. They are going to trust me. They are not going to try to print it because they're gonna crash economy. Okay, they are going to find other ways to try to make sure that this thing does not crash. One good example is banks. You want to trade on stable coins, you have to buy treasury bonds. You see, you have to hold treasury bonds. What was so difficult in saying, okay, you know what, you comply with the rules and regulation, go ahead and start using stable coins without the treasury bonds? What was so difficult about it? We already meet the regulations, right? You already meet the laws and everything. It's not a commodity, it's not a this and that, you already have it. Why do you have to add that you have to use the US Treasury bonds for you to trade as a bank on stable coins? See? All that is making sure that the US dollar value goes up, because this is not just going to be domestic banks. It's going to be international banks. And by November, the transition to the ISO 222 should be complete. And then you are going to see. That's what I'm telling you. We look at it every day. I'm about to show you again. Dixie goes up, Bitcoin drops. You are going to see. So yeah, it's up to you. If you want to think that money is going to trickle down, it's up to you. Me, I am cautious. I'm going to watch what the markets are going to be doing September, sorry. We're about to watch what the markets are going to do by the end of September. If they're still bullish, great. We keep the market open. We keep the shop open. If they're not, we're going to close shop. But we're going to watch, because this run, the run that usually go to the all-time high, only takes 4 to 6 weeks. Go look history. Go look. Anyways, now let's go back what we were doing. Going back here, we're gonna start first with King Kaspa, KAS. Look at this. For the past hour, 1.2% down, 1.1% up on the day, 4.1% up on the week, 8.3% up on the month, and 45% down. 8.3% down on the year and 45% down on the year. Did you see why I bought my I bought my 2 weekly earlier? This week I told you the price was going to run. But anyway, sitting at the market cap of $2.34 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $48.80 million. Okay, we look at Quant, the banker's coin, and the coin people love to hate. We have here 0.4% down the last hour, 1.1% down on the day, 2.5% down on the week, 14% down on the month, and 63.4% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.51 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $15.75 million. See that volume? Pay attention to that volume, okay? Okay, we look at the Japanese Bitcoin, Jasmine. 1% down the last hour, 1.3% down on the day, 0.1% up on the week, 8.1% down on the month, and 24.6% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $726.41 million and the 24 hours volume traded at $24.17 million. Look at Cubic, high risk, high reward. What do we have going on here? 0.7% up the last hour, 1.9% down on the day, 4.2% down on the week, 9% down on the month, 41.9% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $301.19 million, and the 24 hours volume traded at $5.06 million. Okay, now we go look at the total. Let's see the total Bitcoin. There you go, right? That's why the last hour, the whole market has been doing what it is doing, because Bitcoin on the last hour has been dropping, right? 0.4% down the last hour, 0.2% up on the day, laying flat on the week, 4.6% down on the month, 88.6% up in the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.24 trillion, and a 24 hours volume traded at $37.48 billion. Okay, now let's go look at prices in details. To do that, we need our good friend TradingView. Let's see correlation. Dixie going down, Bitcoin going up. That's what we want to see. They have to be inverse to each other, right? Now we look at charts. What do we have going on here? On Kaspa, first, on the last hour, see? That's what I was telling you guys. Price always get attracted to moving average. You see, it broke above it. Now it is going. So simple. I don't use a lot of mathematical equations just to look at my chart. It's simple. Look at the ribbon. Like I was telling you, it did not matter. Okay, let's go close this one. I need my arrow. When price was coming down, and I was telling you, I think I bought mine somewhere around there when it was like 8.2 cents. When I told you I wasn't going to wait for my two-week buy moment, I was going to do it right then. When price was going down and I saw the ribbon, I told you guys, ribbon was still green. Don't mind this. This is a fake out. It happened again, and I told you guys, ribbon still green. Don't look at it. I told you yesterday, wink wink moment, because price always get attracted to moving average and it's going to break, right? That's what you're looking at right now. If you go look at it on the 4-hourly, the same thing, right? Price was going down, and I told you guys, look at the ribbon. It was curving and it is squeezing. When it starts to squeeze, by the time this thing turns green, price will be long gone, right? Everybody in that grandmama was crying for it, and I told you I was going to buy mine down there around 8.2 cents. I would have waited a little bit more because I think it went, yeah, almost got the bottom. Hey, lucky. Anyways, yeah, I was buying it, and it's right there on you. The videos are there to prove it. But anyways, I told you it's a fake out because there is a lot. There is a lot coming for Kaspa. There's a lot of bullish things coming for Kaspa. You do not want to go against the current, okay? But anyways, if you look at it on the daily, it's still the same. Because again, I'm telling you, you guys looking at this, and everybody and their grandmama talking about, yeah, but you look at the ribbon just try to turn red. Do not look at that, guys, because like I'm saying, we have a couple days left, 3 to 4 days left. Smart contracts are going to go live, which means the trading activity on the Kaspa chain is going to start to pick up. It's not going to be a God candle in one day. The trading activity is going to start to go up. We also have that tomorrow, Friday, we have the PC inflation numbers, which again, all that bullish momentum is going to push Bitcoin. And with Bitcoin goes the entire market. Price targets are still the same. Like I'm telling you guys, 12 cents is the first resistance. Then 15 cents. After that, 18, 19 cents. After that, you are going to have 20 cents an all-time high. Then Kaspa will go into price discovery. That's that simple. If you want to be cheap, well, I don't know what to tell you. If you are scared of the market right now, go to church. That's all I can tell you. But you're about to lose a lot of money. I don't know about you. I'm about to make short term. Like I said, short term, I am about to make me a lot of money. Short term. And long term, even better. I will become a multi-millionaire. Kaspa, let's watch and you will see. Okay. Now, let's go look at Quant. QNT. What do we have going on that one? QNT right here. On the hourly, still the same. We are still battling. Like I showed you guys yesterday, this thing was forming a bull flag, right? You remember? I told you yesterday, the pole, the flag, we are going until it breaks the resistance. And everybody and their grandmom is not paying attention to it. Why is it going down? Watch Bitcoin. That's all you have to do. Bitcoin starts to come down, utility coins such as Quant will also go down. When Bitcoin starts to pick up steam again, Quant will also start to pump. Money is not going to trickle down. Okay, so yeah, we are there. Like I told you, price always get attracted to moving average. Look at how many times it tried, failed, tried, failed, tried, failed. So again, I'm expecting it to try again, and if it does, it's going to form a W, which are bullish patterns, which if it breaks above it, is going to continue upwards. Okay, if you look at it on the 4-hourly, what do we have going on? The same thing, right? The same thing. On the 4-hourly, it's even better, because on the 4-hourly is forming a W. See, 1, 2. The only problem here is that this low is lower than this, so it's a lower low. So on the 4-hourly, let's watch and see. But if this price manages to come up and breaks this $111, Quant is gone. One thing again, like I said, you need to watch is, let me zoom it out, ribbon, right? What do you see? Instead of falling, ribbon has begun to curve. And that usually be the start, my friends, of the upward momentum. That's what usually be. So yeah, pay attention to the ribbon, and it's still the same. Price always gets attracted to the moving average, right? Watch it. Is this, well, this is my wink moment. If you want to take it, great. If you don't, that's also great. If you look at it on the daily, let's see. What do we have? Okay, the same thing. Look, it is just the same bullish flag. If you look at it, okay, because here, look, we broke down. We came from here all the way down there. It formed, it went touching an all-time high. Now it's coming down, forming that resistance. Once it break out of it, again, there was a inverse head and shoulder in the short term. It has not been invalidated. The only time it would be invalidated if Quant comes back down to $85, which again, I don't think that's happening. For me, price targets are still the same. Nothing has changed. 125, major resistance. 151, the target for that inverse head and shoulders. Then we have 164. After that, 176. After 176, 230. 230, all-time high. Everything is just normal. Just practice your patience skill. You'll be okay. Okay? I'm going to skip Jasmine again, like I told you guys, until it goes above 2 point. Until it goes above 2.3 cents, I am going to skip it, and I'm not going to be looking at it. Okay? Anyways, now let's go look at the total Bitcoin. Let's see, BTC, USDT. Let's see here what we got here. Bam. See, I was telling you guys, everybody and their grandmama who was crying about it. And this again, if you're a day trader, this will be good for you. I give you the wink moment. I told you, pay attention to the ribbon, right? While price was falling, I was telling you, ribbon was curving. That means price falling, ribbon curving, that means this thing was going to go up, okay? And as you see, it started to go. It turned green. And I told you, even when it was down here, guys, price always gets attracted to the moving average. It don't matter how you look at it. And guess what happened? It curved, price got attracted to it. I'm telling you, everybody knows manipulation when you see it, unless you are chasing green candles. And if you are chasing green candles, you are not going to see manipulation. That's the problem here. Okay? Now, if you go look at it on the 4-hourly, see, this again is for day traders. If you're a day trader, this is another wink moment for you. On the 4-hourly, exactly what happened on the 1-hourly is what's happening right now on the 4. Look at the ribbon. Curving upwards, price getting attracted to moving average. If you look at your MACD, look at your RSI, they are severely oversold. Therefore, this thing is about to start taking off. Okay, you're about to see this thing go back to that $120,000 in a very short term. That is how easy it is. Okay, so up to you if you want to follow it or not. This is my moment, my way of giving you my wink moment. Okay, we've already passed my green line, which again, green line, this thing was supposed to run, and it's going to do so. Right now, this is the guy that was selling his Bitcoin, like I told you, it was just a fake out, and you're about to see it. If you look at it on the daily, what do we have going on? See, despite the price falling, look at the ribbon. That's why I'm telling you it was a fake out. Look at the ribbon. This thing is squeezing, and next thing you're going to see is pop, start to go, right? For me, price targets are still the same. I told you, I'm expecting for by the end of next month, September, I'm expecting Bitcoin to be at that $150,000-$160,000. Once we get there, yeah, let's see. Let's see if anything else happens along the way, then we can decide whether we want to close shop or do we want to keep it open. Okay, that's exactly up to you. And again, you guys can see, let me take this out. I am already having the red line right there, 29th of September. Like I said, I am going to monitor the market. I don't know about you. I'm not your financial advisor. You can do whatever you feel you see fit. I am going to monitor the market and I'm going to see exactly how I'm going to play this. If there is still bullish momentum, we keep it open. If it is not, yes, we close shop. I'm not telling you to go and close your shop. I'm saying monitor the market because the probabilities are getting higher and higher. Okay. Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. Okay. Let's see. I know a lot of you think we're in Reg City when I told you it was a fake out. I told you. I told you. If you listened, great. If you did not listen, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? But anyway, let's go look at my positions. Before we do that, again, I will not get tired of repeating myself. Please do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing, because you are going to lose your money very, very easily. Trust me, they will give you a big ass ranch home, okay, like a ranch full with villas in Reg City. So please, you need to be patient. You need to learn how to do it first before you venture full-time or go in head first. Please practice. That's why down below I do have the links. Bydfi, I do recommend. I've used Bydfi a lot for a long time. I do recommend these guys for beginners. They are not going to give you big money when you sign up, but they are very good at with beginners. Okay, I do have Phemex, Margex, okay, which are also nice exchanges. They give you a lot of money to start with, but hey, be careful with those guys. And then you have Wix exchange. Wix is giving around $30,000 right now. If you meet their deposit requirements, you're going to get $30,000. Once you get the money, take $100 out, guys. Take $100. Practice how to open trade, how to close trade, how to add up to your position, stop losses, all those things. Because again, I cannot teach you how to trade. You have to learn that on your own. Okay? So please, to avoid all the headache, just stick to spot trading. You buy, you hold, and wait for price to go. Okay? And those of you who want to venture into stock market, trading ETFs, either for yourself or teaching your children, like I'm doing, I'm teaching my son how to start investing using his own allowance. Okay? That's what I'm doing right now. So if you want to do the same thing, down below I also have a link to the Acorn platform. If you sign up using my link, you get $5. Those $5 is a start. Okay, you start, put it that way. You start getting recurring, like every Monday or every Friday, depends on what day you choose. They take some money, invest it for you, and then they will show you the stock market the stocks that they are dealing with. Okay, for those of you so far, let me show you right quick. Excuse me. Yeah, I had to cover it. That way I will put in my password. But as you guys can see, I just started this thing. You guys remember? So far, I am up $126. Okay? And they are showing you exactly where you're investing your money into, where they're investing into it. Okay? As you guys can see, right now, if I click on investments, you will see that here. See? In stocks, I have four stock ETFs. I have 4 bonds. So I'm been showing the kid. I'm like, hey, this is how you do it. And if you click on it, you see S&P 500, VOO, IJH, IJR, IXUS. And on the bonds, if you click on the bonds, we are investing in ISTB, AGG. So yeah, I'm teaching the kid how this works. And so far, his account is up $126. So yeah. This is something that is good. If you really want to show your kids how to start investing at a young age, That way they understand where this is going, and by the time they're 20s or 25, they will be set or close to being set. Okay. Anyways, now let's go look at my positions. I know a lot of people were expecting me to be in Rec City, right? They had already had a rental car and a nice villa for me, but you are gonna have to pray a lot. You're going to have to pray so much. Anyways, now let's go first start with Bydfi. Okay, on Bydfi, let me refresh this right quick. I am sitting at 12,139 approximately. If you look at my contracts, you will see that here, Kaspa, I'm still almost the same. Kaspa hasn't moved. I'm still down 52%, which is 4,700, still the same. On Quant, yeah, almost the same too. I'm still breaking even, which is $53. Okay, if you want to look, you can pause and then you can look at my numbers. There's no difference. Okay. Anyways, now we go to the next one, Phemex. On Phemex, let's refresh this right quick. I am sitting at $8,500. Now, if you look at the contracts, you will see that here on Kaspa, I am up 3%, which is around $160. And on Jasmine, I am still down 72%. Nothing has changed since yesterday, which is $7,900. More approximately. It is what it is. You can pause it and you can look at the numbers if that's what you're interested in doing. Now we go for last but not the least, Wix Exchange. On Wix, let's refresh this. I am still up $5,000. Okay, and then now if you go look at my contracts, you will see that here on Quant, I am still up $1,300, and on Kaspa, I am also still up $288. So yeah, you can pause it and you can look at my numbers if that's what you're interested in doing. Okay. Anyways, guys, as you guys can see, all of them, one thing you will notice, I trade at 50x and I don't use stop loss. That's me. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything we talked about today. Okay, and also don't forget to share so that other millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly, we can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, please, man, please do not be anybody's exit liquidity. Okay, bye bye.